Hey, welcome back to MyRemy Live Q&A, where we take real grow questions, run them through our AI grow buddy, MyRemy, and find out what's real, what's hype, and what is straight grow science. So we do this every week, right? 3 questions, 15 minutes, no fluff. Tonight, we are getting into 3 topics that every grower hits sooner or later. First, the classic yellowing leaf panic. Second, whether stress training actually boosts... Oh, there's the alarm, guys. Anyway, gives us time to welcome all our guests tonight. Oh, hi, Mom. That's nice of you. CC Stavern, also, what's happening? Nova, Kangora, Voltron, awesome people. Peace. Okay, so we have the classic yellowing leaf panic, right, tonight. Second, we will discuss whether stress training actually boosts terpenes. And last, a myth so old school and weird that it feels like it came from a fishing boat, not a grow room. So I've got a couple things here. I've got Rootwise. I've got some Coast of Maine Quaddy blend. I have an AC Infinity fan. So let's see where this all goes. If you've got questions, drop them in the chat. But all right, before we jump into the first question, let me show you exactly what happens here. I will I'll turn the camera around. So for anyone new here, we built our own AI grow assistant called MyRemy. It's available 24/7. It answers your grow questions instantly, and it's completely free to use. So here on our homepage, you will find our live shopping, where you can schedule a live one-on-one consult with me for half-hour segments. Oh, God, wonder how that would be. No, they're actually going well. People are enjoying them. And if you're in an area of the country with no grow store, we will be your grow store, right? So, but back to the meat and potatoes. Before we get to the MyRemy, you have some guides. It's a growing resource, so check it out at your leisure. But here's the MyRemy, okay? So we use this every week. We use this in the store, and I click on it, it loads up, and now we can ask it anything in real time. So, well, actually, it's fun. Here, we can just click on the microphone, and I will ask the first question. MyRemy, my lower leaves are yellowing. Is this actually nitrogen deficiency, or could it be something else? Break down how a grower can tell the difference and what usually causes it. Click the checkbox. And we're going to hit... Now, I know my mom's on, so, and if there's anyone else not familiar with AI, this is it. It's basically Google. You ask it a question, and here comes the answer. I will read it to you. Okay, so... All right, friend, let's break this down clean and simple so you don't chase the wrong ghost in your grow room. We have taught MyRemy to talk to you like a grower. So it's gonna feel like you've got a real friend in the room who's kind of talking real with you. MyRemy keeps it real. Lower leaves yellowing is usually nitrogen deficiency, but not always. A couple of easy detective checks will tell you which culprit it actually is at play. How to tell if it's nitrogen deficiency. Nitrogen deficiency has a very classic pattern. Starts on the lowest, oldest leaves first. Nitrogen is mobile, so the plant steals it from old leaves to feed new growth. Even uniform yellowing. The leaf turns light green, then yellow fairly evenly. Veins do not stay dark. Number 3, leaf gets limp and eventually dries up. No spots, no crispy edges at first, just a fade out. Number 4, new growth looks okay for now. So if that's your plant's vibe, boom, nitrogen deficiency. All right, when it's not nitrogen deficiency. Lower leaf yellowing can also be from overwatering. Looks like leaves droopy and swollen, not flat and thinning. It will also look like the soil is staying wet for days, right? There's no that top half inch or so rule of thumb drying out in between waterings. Next, it looks like the yellowing is mixed with a sad umbrella posture. Okay, so MyRemy saying the roots aren't getting oxygen, the nutrient uptake is slowing, and you're getting yellowing leaves. So, number 2, pH issues. If it looks like you're yellowing, but the plant is also showing weird blotches or slow growth or deficiencies that don't make sense, the cause could be nutrients are present but locked out by bad pH. So your soil target pH is 6.2 to 6.8. If you're in hydro or cocoa, we're talking 5.8 to 6.2. Now, number 3, it could be late flower, right? Looks like your plant is in mid-late bloom. Only the absolute oldest fans are fading, and this is totally normal. She's focusing her energy on flowers. So this is what we see naturally occurring in the plant's life cycle. Nothing to be alarmed about. Number 4 reason why you might see leaves yellowing is light starvation. Lower canopy shaded, right? Looks like leaves deep in the shade yellow quicker. Leaves deep in shade yellow quicker. So the cause is the plant dumps energy into the productive leaves and buds. So right indoors, we have our canopy, and below that, not much light can penetrate. So our leaves will start to yellow. Maybe not a nitrogen deficiency, but a light starvation. So what usually causes true nitrogen deficiency? Feeding too lightly, using a medium with low nitrogen charge like cocoa, pH drift, locking nitrogen out, lots of new growth, needing a higher dose, and overwatering, slowing your nutrient uptake. So what to do next? Here's your quick action plan. Check your pH first to rule out lockout. Check your watering habits. Make sure the pot dries between waterings. If both are normal, gently bump nitrogen on the next feed. Watch new growth. Improvements show there first. So if you want a simple, whoa, lobster Claudie just crashed down on us there. We had a prop malfunction. All right, if you want a simple nitrogen boost, Fox Farm, Grow Big, or General Hydroponics FloraGrow. Both we have in the shop. I don't have them on my desk right here. I picked wrong. I have other, but both are easy, forgiving, and get the job done. Optional, not mandatory. So those are quick nitrogen boosts. Fox Farm Grow Big or General Hydroponics FloraGrow. Those are in a lot of gardeners' cabinets. If you want the most accurate call, snap a picture of your plant and upload it to MyRemy. Yellowing has a face, and I can dial this in fast. So you might have the deluxe ChatGPT edition where you can upload photos. You might be able to do it on the free, but you're always able to ask questions for free. All right, guys. Well, this one gets everybody. Yellowing from the bottom can be nitrogen deficiency, sure, but most of the time it's watering habits, root health, or the biology not cycling nutrients correctly. Nitrogen is a mobile nutrient, which means the plant moves it around depending on stress. If your soil biology is weak, the plant cannot access the nitrogen that's already there, and you get these weird, misleading yellowing patterns. And that's why something like Rootwise Microbe Complete exists. This isn't fertilizer, it's the biology that unlocks the fertilizer. All right, when this is active, nitrogen cycles cleanly and diagnosing leaf issues becomes way easier. So, before you start dumping more nutrients into your soil, look at watering, environment, and the biology powering your system. 9 times out of 10, fixing these issues will solve your yellowing. All right. RIP, what's happening, brother? Chronic Casting, Christopher Jam, awesome people. Welcome on. All right, well, now let's shift into a debate that gets growers really fired up. All right, I'm going to jump right into it with MyRemy. Click the microphone. Here I go. MyRemy, does stress training actually produce stronger aroma or higher terpene levels, or is this just hype? Break down what kind of stress helps versus what hurts the plant. Interesting, right? Interesting. What are we talking? LST, supercropping, topping? Short answer, yes. Huh, that's nice. We were all thinking bro science maybe, but yes, some stress training can boost aroma and terpenes, but only the gentle, controlled kinds. Too much stress, aroma goes down, yield goes down, and your plant just writes angry diary entries about you. Nice play at humor, MyRemy. Let's break it down like a grower who wants the loudest jars possible. Stress that helps terpene production. These are the good stressors. They trigger the plant's natural defense chemistry without harming it. All right, number 1, LST, low stress training. Bending branches, opening the canopy. Why it helps? Increases light penetration, which boosts healthy photosynthesis. It also helps by less microclimate humidity, right? Which reduces terpene degradation. Also, more even growth. Plant pushes consistent resin production. Effect, mild terp boosts, mostly improves quality and consistency, not miracle level increases. Okay, so low stress training, MyRemy saying, mild terp boost because you are increasing your light penetration, you're helping with the humidity, and you're creating a more even canopy. Number 2, here's another good stressor. Light intensity, but not burning, right? Running strong light in the sweet zone, ppfd 600 to 900 for most stages. Why this helps? Plants beef up resin and terpenes to protect against UV and bright light. So you will have an effect of noticeable aroma increase if the plant is fed and watered and pH balanced. So light intensity, but not burning the plant, right? Number 3, a stressor that can help increase terpene production is slight dryback before harvest. Very slight. Letting the top of the medium dry a touch more than the last week or two. Why this helps? Mild drought cues the plant to produce more protective oils, terpenes. The effect, a small bump. Easy to overdo though, so not for beginners unless you're careful, where this is a dryback in late flower. So MyRemy saying you really need to be cued in here. All right, the number 4 stressor that can help improve your terpene production. Temperature swings, all right, small ones. Day and night difference of only 8 to 12 degrees, all right? So why this helps? It's a natural signal that encourages resin production. It's actually a small window there, 8 to 12 degrees between day and night. So what can hurt terpene production? All right, stresses that hurt terpene production. Overstressing with high stress training, HST, excessive supercropping, topping too late, or snapping branches badly. Oh man, that brings me back to the Clonex gel and taping a broken branch together. The result, the plant spends days recovering, and less energy for terpenes. All right. Other stress that hurts, bad environmental stresses. Heat stress, greater than 82 to 85 degrees causes terpenes to burn off. Wow. Low humidity will dry terpenes prematurely. Wow. Cold stress slows the metabolism of the plant, which leads to less terpene synthesis. All right, so environmental stress, these are kind of, they're nice to have MyRemy pointing them out, no BS style here. Heat, 82 to 85, you're going to burn off your terps. Too dry of an environment, your terps are going to dry off. And if it's too cold, your plants simply aren't going to metabolize quick enough to make the type of terp production you're hoping for. The number 3 way to stress your plant in a bad way, nutrient stress, underfeeding, overfeeding, salt buildup, or pH lockup. These are all going to result in the plant being way too busy fixing its internal plumbing to produce aroma compounds. All right. Extreme drought stress. Here is the internet says, starve it for aroma, but IRL, question mark IRL, in reality, I'm not sure. The plant shuts down terp production when it completely gets too dry. It shuts down terp production and it risks harming the plant. So the sciencey truth in grower language, Plants make terpenes as defense chemistry. Controlled stress equals, better flex and produce some oils. But too much stress, oh no, we're dying, stop everything. Think of it like the gym. Great, a workout. Bad, dropping a barbell on your chest. Nice analogy, MyRemy. What you should actually do to boost aroma safely. Here's the cheat code. Strong but safe lighting, good PPFD, no bleaching. A perfect environment is the #1 factor for terpene quality. Balanced feeding with proper pH. Low stress training all day. Gentle canopy shaping. And number 5, mild stress only. Light trimming, minor defoliation. Optional things you can do: keep temps between 65 and 70 degrees. You keep humidity between 45 and 55% in flower, and avoid overwatering. Okay, so this one sounds cooler than it is. People hear stress and think the plant magically creates more terps. But stress training only works when the environment is dialed in and tight. So if your airflow is bad or your temperature swings all over the place, no amount of bending or supercropping is going to boost aroma. That is why gear like the AC Infinity Cloud Ray S6 fan matters, right? Consistent airflow does more for terp expression than the stress training itself. So it lets the plants breathe, move, metabolize, all that. So yes, stress training is useful, but environment is what actually unlocks quality. Yeah, these all sound pretty on point. Thank you. I'm literally time. And Benjamin Rick also joining us. Invader Kush, what's up? Become Yeshu. So many people. Hilarious 81. Everyone, thank you for joining. Awesome to have y'all with us. I see a lot of regulars in here. That's so cool. All right. Guys, let's end with a fun one, shall we? Let's see if the voice will work with it. MyRemy, does burying a fish in your pot actually help the plant grow bigger? Or is that just an old school internet myth? Explain what is really going on in the soil. Press the checkbox and we will get the truth. All right, well, grab a seat around the grow campfire. Let's talk buried fish. You've probably seen folks swear that sticking a fish under your plant is the secret to monster yields. Is it magic? No. Does it work? Yes, but only for the reasons below and not the way people think. And also it comes with some please don't do that indoors warnings. So the real science behind burying a fish. A buried fish is basically a slow release organic fertilizer bomb full of nitrogen, phosphorus, calcium from the bones, and trace minerals. As the fish decomposes, soil microbes break it down. Nutrients become plant available. Your plant gets a steady trickle of NPK and minerals. Sounds good. So yes, technically it helps plants grow bigger, but the catch, pun intended, the internet myth says it's some ancient secret. The truth? It only works after decomposition. For 1 to 3 weeks, the fish is not feeding the plant. Microbes are just starting to break it down. During this time, the fish can cause soil temperature spikes, anaerobic pockets, terrible smells, pest attraction like fungus gnats, raccoons, cats, your neighbor's dog. It can create nutrient imbalance. See, fish release a lot of nitrogen and phosphorus all at once when it finally cooks down. In a container grow, especially indoor, that can burn roots, spike salts, and cause pH swings. Modern nutrient systems do the same thing but are cleaner. Bottled organics or dry amendments, fishbone meal, fish hydrosolate are the same concept, but controlled, predictable, and safe. So what's actually going on in the soil when you bury a fish? The soil ecosystem goes into overdrive. Bacteria colonize the fish. They break proteins into ammonium. Other microbes convert ammonia into nitrate. and the plant absorbs the nitrates. So bones slowly release calcium and phosphorus. The microbial population booms, improving soil structure and nutrient cycling. So the plant can benefit, but the process is messy and not optimized for containers. This technique works best in actual ground soil, like a garden bed, where there's space, drainage, and natural predators to balance things out. So in pots, you're basically building a swamp in a bucket if you overdo it. Bottom line, myth or real? Real principle, bad execution for container grows. It's not magic, it's just decomposition feeding microbes feeding the plant. If you want the benefits without the fishy homicide scene, use fish hydrolysate. I can't say that word. Or fishbone meal. So we have, of course, both those products in our store. Both give you the exact nutrient profile fish provides, but predictable, consistent, and without raccoons digging up your patio. So this one's actually been around forever. The idea comes from old agricultural practices where fish were used as a slow-release nutrient source in big fields, not tiny pots or tents. If you want the benefit of fish without the smell, pests, rot, or fruit flies, this is what you use. The Coast of Maine Quaddy Blend, right? Lobster, crab, compost, all broken down and stabilized. Controlled biology, controlled nutrients, zero surprises. So this is the modern version of that old school idea, and it actually works in containers. All right, everyone. Well, that about wraps up tonight's MyRemy Live Q&A. What's up, Benjamin? Yeah, been a while, fam. Keep up the great work. Thank you, man. Starboy, TRN, Born Rich 79. Put the fish in your compost, says TRN. Outdoors, right? Put the fish in your compost. That sounds good. I think that was the point there, that it's potentially got some good application outdoor. But it was a funny joke applying it to our indoor gardens, imagining what would happen. Fish liquid, yes. 241. TRN. Absolutely. Thank you for that. All right, well, we covered yellowing leaves, stress training myths, and the legendary fish in the pot technique tonight. MyRemy kept it real, and we broke it all down live. If you want your question on next week's episode, drop it in the comments once this goes live on Instagram. And remember, you can always try MyRemy free. Grab the tools like Rootwise, AC Infinity, Coast of Maine right here in the shop, or book a one-on-one with me. All right, everyone. Well, real growers, real talk, no fluff. We'll see y'all next week. Peace, everybody.